The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network alongside Carson-Newman head baseball coach Tom Griffin. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. Griff, what a heartbreaker today at the SDBC. You rally from 8 runs down. You take a lead on Mars Hill, but the Lions score 2 unanswered over the final 3 innings to pick up a 14-13 win. A lot of positives to talk about, a lot of negatives to talk about. Which would you like to focus on first?
It's all focus on Mars Hill. They were better prepared. Coaching prepared their players. The conditions, I mean, it is what it is. And they were much better prepared for it. Came right out from the get-go with great at-bats. Put a 7 spot, and you're trying to play catch-up with that, and that's very difficult to do. But the guys did that. Got back in it to get the lead. We could never extend the lead, and that's credit to Mars Hill. Mentally, I think much tougher group. Today they were much tougher, no doubt about it. That's because of coaching. I did a terrible job preparing these guys for this type of condition to be able to handle it. We had guys that are upperclassmen that did not perform, and all we ask you to do is be best version of yourself, and we were making simple mistakes like dropping balls. I mean, there were simple mistakes right there. And then make a pitch when you have to make a pitch. We got miscommunication in the outfield. We're not throwing it to where we need to. It was very fundamental mistakes, very fundamental, which means we're not doing a good enough job teaching that so that we can, in a situation like this, be able to play clean baseball. I mean, the mistakes they made, they were able to overcome them. We only made 1 error. But 2 strike pitches that we were making literally right down the middle in big situations, and we should know better than that. We don't have the aptitude because we're not teaching it well enough for them to understand how to play this game and how to execute it. All you got to do is play the best version of yourself. That's it. But today, for some reason, that was not the case. And you know why? I think it's mental. It's totally a mental thing. You got guys going in the box with an approach of I hope, or my last at bat wasn't very good, and man, I hope that doesn't happen again. Instead of we just got out of the cage, go in there with the reckless abandon. Sometimes you just got to grit, spit, and get after it. And some guys got in the box with more of my last at bat wasn't very good, and I got to be better with that. No, sometimes you just got to roll your sleeves up and say, man versus man, let's go and take a hack.
How do you as a coach, you say you didn't do a good enough job.
No, terrible.
How do you as a coach work through that?
I got my notes I got to go through tonight. I've got to sit here and evaluate what I'm doing in our training so that we don't have these type of mistakes. We got to spend more time maybe on the drawing board. Maybe we got to spend more time walking through things. Maybe we got to explain it better. We have different type of learners. I've got to figure out what type of learners we have and make sure that we're doing our teaching to the type of learner we have, so we're not throwing 2 strike pitches down the middle, because here's the thing. The umpire was expanding the zone for everybody, for both teams, because it was 13-13 and it's 32 degrees out, and he wants to get back to the hotel. So he's giving you a couple inches, but yet we just make a mistake. Now, that's baseball. I understand that you can't play perfect. But the mistakes we had today were the most I think we've had on the mental aspect and just the fundamental aspect that we've had all year. That happens. And you try to overcome that. And we did to a certain degree. But I just felt it was extremely disappointing for that game to end the way it did, because we didn't play our best version of baseball. And Mars Hill, I think Hunter and his staff might say the same thing. Our guys didn't play their best either. But yet, we were able to overcome that. Why? Well, because last guy standing. They were last guy standing. Got the big hit when they needed it. Mistake here at the plate. Cost a run.
Look at some of the positive moments that brought you back. Tyler Thompson, 2 great examples of situational hitting. Shift on, looking for him to pull, and he goes backside, pokes in a bases clearing triple, and another that ignited the rally that got you in front for the second time on a squibber through the right side. What can you say about his approach at the plate tonight?
Well, I mean, there were some good at-bats to get you back in it. But, they had a young man go out there and pitch who's thrown 2/3 of an inning and did a heck of a job. And we had situations where we could have opened it up. But the approaches at the plate where we're getting jammed up on pitches with what's our plan? What was our plan going up there? What was the plan? I've got to figure out what their plan was. Was it, man, I don't want to have the same thing happen again, that slider away, and boy, I got to protect for that, and then you get the fastball in? Or were they up there like, you know what? We're about to break this thing open right now, man. It don't matter what you throw. You get in the strike zone, I'm banging this thing. I don't know. That's what I've got to talk to them about, and then we've got to improve upon that. But to come back down 7, yes, that's great. That is good. But, you know, we just can't give away trophies because we can't look past the performance overall not being good enough and what their standards are. What our standards are, we've got to make sure we're maintaining those standards. We can't accept less than that. And if that's mental because we weren't prepared, I'm going to take the hit for that and make sure we're better at it next time. And that means during the week, making sure we cover all our bases when it comes to schoolwork and your snap hours and everything like that. Make sure we get everything taken care of. Cross your T, dot your I's off the field. Give yourself the best chance here. And here's the other thing. We got to learn from this. And we will. We will learn from this. Just like every loss and every win, there's something you have to learn from it. But a lot of credit to Hunter and his staff and those players over there. They battled having a lead to lose it like that. That says a lot about them, man. That's moxie right there. That's moxie.
Nice thing about baseball, short turnaround. You're back at it in less than 24 hours. How do you learn from this? How do you build off of this with a series that's still in the balance?
It better hurt. I told guys, if you can go home tonight and sleep, there's something wrong with you. Like, there's something wrong. You might have taken NyQuil or something, but you had better be restless tonight sleeping because of what happened. And by the way, whether you played or you didn't play, you're a part of this. This is a team. I didn't play. But I ain't going to be able to sleep tonight because I'm thinking about these things. Anybody who's a competitor, it ought to be difficult to want to sleep right now. And that's what competitors do. They can't wait to get back here and say, all right, we get to do this again. Yes, baseball, we're fortunate to be able to do that, unlike football and some other sports. Now, the key is, all right, get there, think about this. Let it sting, let it hurt. If you can let it go that quick, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong. Yes, you got to let it go, but boy, it's got to sting for a little while so you don't want to taste that feeling again. They rightfully were celebrating. They should have celebrated. It was a heck of a win for them. And I was like, watch that. That should sting as a competitor. Okay, now tomorrow we got to come out and the focus, the intent, our preparation, everything has got to be even better than it's ever been to overcome some things. That's what you do every day. That's what we talk about every day. Whether we have a game or whether we're coming to practice or training or going to the weight room. That's the mindset we want to have all the time.
All right, Griff, pleasure as always. We'll see you Saturday.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
It's Carson-Newman head baseball coach Tom Griffin. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.